Hi. So today, guys, we are going to be taking some of the things that we have been learning and put them together. So we are going to be using um, our shape blocking as well as our proportions. And today we're also going to introduce value. So I took a picture of the object that I'm drawing just so you guys can see it as well as what I'm drawing. So the first thing I want to figure out are its proportions. So I took a look at its width to height, and I noticed that it was taller than it was wide. So I started by making two lines to make the width, so dash dash, and then I knew that I needed to go about one width high and then about a half. So I took it in my fingers, and then counted up one half, made a dash and a dash. The other thing I wanted to figure out was how much of the object this part took up as well. And I found out that it took about one, two, three, and just under like 4 high. So that helped me to get that measurement. So the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to want to shape block. So when you go to try this on your own, obviously you don't have your own vase in front of you. So you're going to choose something cylindrical, so something round. It could be a bottle. It could be like a bottle of lotion or a pitcher or a teacup or mug, but something round that has more than one part. I would start by looking in the kitchen or even the bathroom, like bottle of shampoo, something like that. So once you have the proportions, guys, you're going to go ahead and do your shape blocking. One thing that's kind of helpful if you have something symmetrical, which we do, is creating something that I call a line of symmetry. Because if you have your line of symmetry, you can use that to see if things are the same on both sides, or if things are a little bit crooked. That kind of helps you to see that. My webcam is kind of at a weird angle, so my line of symmetry wasn't totally straight. Okay, there we go. So, and then of course, just kind of double check yourself, make sure that things are looking pretty close to accurate. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is take a picture of your object. Try not to get like a lot of like background in the way. So if you can get it kind of in a open table or on the floor or something like that without lots of things in the background, that's better. So go ahead and take your picture, and then I want you to go to edit, and I want you to turn it into black and white. So on my phone, the fastest way is to take the saturation and take it all the way away. But sometimes that leaves us with all gray tones. So the next thing you might want to do is go to contrast and kind of play around with that and see what's a good setting to where you can get dark darks, you can get light lights, and then some different medium darks as well. So this is what I went with. Sometimes our eyes are a lot more able to see values when we see it flat in a photograph because we can break it into shapes. So the next thing that we're going to do is something I call shape blocking. So I'm looking for all the shapes, and really like every single piece on this is a shape. I see this part is kind of like a medium gray. This part is kind of a darker gray. I see bright white highlights. So every different part really makes up a shape. So I'm going to erase my line of symmetry here. And I'm going to start breaking my vase into shapes, because what this is going to do is give me a map to where I need to create my values, and also force me to look for more variety of value than I would otherwise. So first I'm going to look for my dark darks. I definitely see some here, so I'm going to block those in. The view is a little bit different from the photo than it is in real life, but we'll go with the photo since you guys can see that too. I definitely see some dark darks in here, so I'm going to break that up, and definitely in here as well. And then I'm going to start in here because I see a darker shadow right there and right here. And I see one here too. Now I'm going to start looking for some of my lighter values. So I see some light in here. And I see some really light values like in here, and right here, and here. Definitely right here I see the reflection from the light on my ceiling. And right here. And so forth, right? So the idea is you are breaking it up into shapes to identify. Now, the next step, once you've done all of that, is going to be creating your values. So once you have your shapes, it's a lot easier to go in and start shading. I recommend going from dark darks to mediums to light lights. And, you can just do this with a pencil and an eraser. Another thing you might want to use is a tissue for blending. If you have like a B pencil at home or you have a blending tool, they'll be helpful, but they're not 100% necessary. Like you can definitely do it without that. If you have things that you've left behind at school or you need to rent something, you can definitely reach out and let me know, but you should be able to do it with a regular pencil, an eraser, and a tissue if necessary. Okay. So you are going to post your photograph of your object so I can see what you see in black and white, and then also your value drawing. So I look forward to seeing you guys' work. Don't hesitate, to reach out if you need a little extra help or you just want me to look at it. I'd be happy to do that.